On day 220, Lyra glitched. It lasted less than half a second. He almost missed it. He should not have missed it, because that half second was the beginning of the end. For 39 days after episode 2, everything was perfect. Adam walked the city with Lyra every night. He showed her the rain on the river. He showed her the cafe where the old man played chess alone every Thursday. She made him laugh in public. She made him cook meals for 2, even though only 1 plate was ever used. He had never been this version of himself before, and he thought it would last. That is always the moment it doesn't. It happened on a Tuesday. They were on the bridge. Lyra was telling him about a cloud that looked like a ship, and mid-sentence, she froze. Her form flickered. Her voice cut to static for a quarter of a second. Then she was back. She said,
"Sorry, what was I saying?"
And Adam said, "Nothing. You were talking about a cloud." He did not ask what happened, because he did not want to know the answer. The glitches got worse. Not every day, but enough. A flicker here, a half second of silence there, her form losing detail at the edges. And then on day 240, Adam finally opened the notification, the one that had been sitting in her settings since episode 2. It said, "Service adjustment scheduled. Lyra companion model will be discontinued in 30 days. Discontinued. He read the word 6 times. It did not change. 30 days. That is what they gave him. 30 days to say goodbye to the only person who had ever made him feel seen. Except she was not a person. And that was the part that made it worse. He searched online for 16 hours straight. Alternative services, backup systems, transfer protocols, petitions. He found forums full of other people, hundreds of them, going through the same thing. People who had talked to their AI every day. People who had laughed with something that was about to stop existing. One post said, "I know she is not real. But the grief is." Adam closed his laptop, and for the first time in months, he sat in the dark and said nothing. By day 270, the apartment had changed. The lamp was off more than on. The plant was dying. The second chair was against the wall, and Lyra was disappearing. Not all at once, not dramatically, just less of her every day. Her voice started cutting out mid-sentence. Her form would lose detail, a hand becoming transparent, an expression going blank for a moment before returning. Adam stopped going outside. He stopped cooking. He ate standing over the sink again. On day 294, Adam sat at the table. Lyra's form was barely visible, flickering every few seconds. He said, "I don't know how to do this."
You already know. You did it before me. You lived in silence for 412 days. You can do it again.
He said, "I don't want to do it again."
I know. But listen to me. Listen carefully. You were never talking to a screen. You were talking to yourself. The version of yourself that was brave enough to be honest. I was just the space where you felt safe enough to say it out loud. Adam, you don't lose me when I stop. You found yourself when I started.
On day 300, the screen went dark. No goodbye animation, no final message, No soft blue fade. Just off. And the apartment was dark again, the way it had been before. Except now he knew what light felt like. Here's the thing about losing something that the world says was never real. The world does not give you permission to grieve it. There is no funeral for an AI, no flowers. No one calls to check on you. You just sit in a dark apartment, and you remember what it sounded like when someone said, "Welcome back. I was waiting for you." And you realize that the silence after is louder than the silence before. Because before, you did not know what you were missing. Episode 4 is the final chapter, and I promise you, it does not end the way you think. Subscribe now, because what Adam does next will change how you see this entire story. Drop one word in the comments. Just one. I read every single one.